I'm Amy Lauren, A&R for High Definition Tracks, and today I'll be chatting with a man like Zurra, who's just released Cash with Us on High Definition as part of our Spring Sampler. The Spring Sampler also includes tracks from No One Knows, Laws, Ben Rolfe, and me. Zurra, welcome to the HC family. How are you?
Yes, Amy Lauren, pleasure to be on here chatting to you. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad at all.
How's lockdown been treating you?
It's been amazing. I've loved every second of it, as you can imagine.
Music.
It's been a blessing in disguise, really. I think in a weird kind of way, it's probably exactly what I needed, because I've managed to churn out so much music, like without all the distractions of like going out and stuff. So in a weird way, it's actually been all right, but I can't wait to get out of it, to be honest.
No, I can completely relate to you. I needed that break to kind of just check like what direction I wanted to go in and stuff as well. And I wouldn't have been able to do anything if it wasn't for COVID. So even though it's been really horrible for a lot of people, like at least there's been some good fuzz to come out of it. Yeah. Select being one of them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What
time's your show on Select for everybody that's listening? Come on, plug yourself.
midnight till 1 Fridays, you know what it is. And yeah, obviously big ups to yourself for helping me get my foot in the door there, Amy. I appreciate that.
Worries. We're taking over. Everyone's taking over. It's a piece of the pie for everyone. Like, it's great to see people doing bits and making the most of lockdown. So it's sick.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been loving it. It's really kind of like it's kind of just been like me doing gigs, in it. Like, I've loved it. Like, it's yeah, and like just the whole like radio kind of experience, talking over the top of it and stuff like that. Like yeah, it's just been like, it's been a good experience so far. So yeah, really enjoying it.
Yeah, mad new experience for me, because like before, I'll tell you, I don't know if you know already, but before lockdown, when I was just DJing, like I used to be really, really scared of using a microphone. Like I would be more comfortable with the music completely stopping and it being silent in a club and trying to talk to the crowd that way than using a microphone. Like I don't know what it was, but obviously Selects, like it's I'm getting there. Like I still get nervous, but like yeah, it was terrible, but it's okay now.
Yeah, I hear that completely. Yeah.
Right, sorry, back to you. We'll cut that out. So anybody that doesn't know, where are you based? You're here in the UK?
I am based in sunny Bristol. So yeah, loving the West Country. I moved there a couple of years ago, so this is my home for good now, I think.
What are your favourite clubs that are close to you?
It's got to be Motion, in it. Like, that's my favourite club in the country. It's just absolutely crazy. For those who haven't been there, it's a proper like 90s warehouse vibe.
I've never been.
So good. It is so good. Yeah, 100% add that to your list, because yeah, it's just the one. And you've obviously got Lakota and stuff like that as well, but for me it's Motion. Yeah, that is the one.
We'll have to go on a night out there when it's over. How long have you been DJing and producing for?
I've been DJing for about 5 years and probably producing for a couple more years on top of that. I wasn't really taking too seriously production until I started DJing, because then I had like an output like for showing off music. So yeah, that really kind of helped me take the production more seriously when I started learning how to DJ as well.
Who got you into DJing? Did you have a friend, or did you have like a certain DJ that you really loved and was like, I'm going to do this?
It was kind of like, it was a combination of going to like my first rave, where I thought this is like the coolest thing ever. Like, I want to be that guy. And then just meeting the right people. Like, I had a couple of friends from back home, a couple of friends that I met at uni that were all into it, and I was just like, look, this is time for me to make a change and do something different. So yeah.
Then you arrived.
Yeah.
Where did the name Zurra come from?
So on my dad's side of the family, it's a right mix mash. You know, you got some Spanish, Venezuelan, Philippines, the whole shebang.
Wow.
His mum, that side of the family is from the Philippines, and their surname is Zurra. So I just took the second half of that.
That's a really good surname.
Yeah, no, I loved it, to be fair. Loved it enough. Like, it was my first tattoo when I was, what is it? I think I was 15, and I got it done in my mate's kitchen for 20 quid. So yeah, I loved it that much. I decided to, 1, get it tattooed on me, and 2, use the second half as my artist name. So
who tattooed you as a 15-year-old boy in your friend's kitchen?
My mate's mum, actually.
What a legend!
it was a really weird set of circumstances. There was a parrot like screaming in my ear at the side, and like it was just like it wasn't a good environment to get a tattoo in at all. But I came out of it, I survived. I did have to get it touched up about a year later because half of it went missing. But yeah, it was an interesting one.
You're crazy. These questions are going to be fun. Before we move on, because I want to ask you a bit about Cash, but just before, tell us a little bit about who you've released with before and like your previous releases. It doesn't all have to be HD. Like, let's know a bit about you.
Yeah, obviously, I'm really excited to be getting Cash out with HD, and then my last 2 releases have been with Stereohype, which is
we got the Stereohype family.
Yeah. Absolutely, you know, they're a new label on the block, but yeah, they're absolutely smashing it so far. So I've been
serious bits, loving the music as well. Like, we'll keep supporting.
Before that, I've been releasing with like Tough Love's label Get Twisted as well, and then just a few other labels, TMTR, and luckily this year I've got the chance to work with a few more new ones as well, including HD. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Oh, good things are coming. Tell us a bit about Cash, because sorry, when you were one of the first couple of guest mixes for me when I first joined Select.
Oh, really?
And Cash was in your mix and I loved it, but I had to send it back to you to be cleaned because it was a radio.
Yeah, I had to clean that right up. And you know what, like because obviously after I sent the mix and stuff, like you know you gave me some like good feedback on it, and I thought, you know what, like I saw that you were obviously doing bits with HD and Dots, and I thought, you know what, I'll send it to them, like if it's their cup of tea. And then obviously I've never had to censor my own tune before, so that was a new experience. But I'm glad we got it to a suitable and clean edit now. That's
no, I love it. Like I like dirty edits of stuff. I really enjoy playing dirty edits of stuff. But obviously, like there's something I learned as well through Dots, was if you clean edits are just easier, because I know so many radio DJs now, like you do. It's just easier for them to want to support if they don't have to worry about, if I got the clean version, dirty version. But no, thank you so much for sending it. Like, I'm so glad you did, because I loved it.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Oh, right. Tell us about your inspiration behind it. When did you actually make it?
You know what? It would have been like the end of summer last year, something like that. End of summer last year. I remember I was watching a certain Leonardo DiCaprio film, and where he's just got too much money, and I thought, you know what, it'd be really cool to like use like a certain clip from this like in a track, and some people have recognized it and other people haven't. So I think that it's quite like, you know, difficult to like kind of what am I trying to say? It's difficult to pinpoint where the sample's from. I thought after watching the film, I was just like, let me just find a few different vocals using like words like money, cash, dollar, and stuff like that. And then I just kind of like sequenced a bunch of vocals together, like containing those words, and then the tune kind of made itself around that, really.
It literally, with the tune, whenever I hear it, like makes my heart go just a little bit faster. Like it takes off, doesn't it? Like it literally does.
Good way to put it. It takes off. I'll take that.
Yeah, it does. It takes off. Like, I love playing it. There's been a couple of times I wanted to play it, but I've been trying to hold like back, like before the release, and like now it's amazing. So right, are you ready to move into a couple of questions?
Come on then, let's hear it.
Right, let's go to the first one. Tell me something really random about you that not many people would know.
Jeez, okay. I'm quite an open book, so like a lot of people know quite a lot about me anyway. But one part of my life that I've kind of never really made public, I suppose, is I used to like be a little performing arts kid when I was younger.
Really?
So, like it's kind of it was unavoidable, to be honest, because my parents run their own performing arts school and stuff like that. So they got me into that when I was younger. And I used to go for auditions and stuff, and I auditioned not out of choice. My parents obviously wanted me to pay off their credit card debt, so they wanted me to be like a little famous kid. But But yeah, what is it? I ended up doing an audition for Oliver Twist. In yeah, I think
No way.
I didn't do it, and to be honest, I got stitched up big time because I got told all I had to do was turn up and sing "Happy Birthday." I've turned up. There's 500,000 kids that look exactly the same as me, and they're all like harmonising and like got lyric sheets out. I'm like thinking, you got lyrics. Happy birthday, I've got this in the bag, don't worry. They send me into the like the audition room, and they're all singing a song from Oliver, which I didn't know at all. And yeah, I came out of there and must have been like 8, 9. I was like, Dad, I don't ever want to do that again. So like, yeah.
Traumatizing. Your parents traumatized you with an audition.
Literally ruined me, but at the same time, you know, it was all uphill from there. So you know, that was like my first audition, and it was the worst one. So after that, it was all smooth sailing, but I never got a job. So I thought, you know what, maybe this ain't for me. Maybe I'll focus on football or something instead.
That's actually hilarious. And I should know the songs in Oliver because I did it as a play at school and I was Nancy, but I can't remember any of the songs. And I had a solo bit, but I didn't want to do it because I can't sing. And I was really young and I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the solo bit.
Oh no. They gave me a song called Where Is Love, and like they were like, are you sure you don't need the lyric sheet? I was just like, happy birthday, I've got this, don't worry. And then yeah, the guy started playing the piano and I was like, okay, I've got
this. Is not happy birthday.
I've got it all the way wrong. So yeah, that again.
That's funny. What's your proudest non-music accomplishment? Obviously not that one.
Definitely weren't that. Nothing to do with performing arts. Definitely not. I mean, I was quite lucky when I left school. Like the first 2 years after school, I was playing football full time. So managed to win like a few trophies and like some personal awards from doing that, which was quite sick. But outside of that, a couple of years ago, I lost 5 stone. And like to me, like I thought, you know what, like I'd managed to do that in about 6 months. I reached the point where I was a little bit, the takeaways and alcohol at uni kind of caught up with me. So I thought, you know what, I need to do something about this quick time. And it was when the World Cup was on. I was like, I want to have a few beers during the World Cup. So I'm going to try and lose all this weight before the World Cup so I can go out drinking.
5 stone.
Yeah, I went down from 17 to 12 in 6 months. So yeah,
that's amazing. Like producer Reg agrees. That is incredible. Honestly, yeah. Like well done. It's really hard to change a lifestyle with habits and anything with eating and drinking and stuff. Like honestly, that's inspirational. Like I was battling with a little bit of weight, but that is incredible. Well done.
Big ups, thank you. I appreciate that.
And who did you play football for?
I was playing football for Histon, which is like a blue square prep team based in Cambridge, and we were actually about to go up to League Two as well, which was like a big, like, exciting moment. But it didn't beat Leeds in the FA Cup, which was a huge moment for the club, considering they were like, I think League One or Championship at the time. So yeah, you know, we did some really good things. I was playing for the youth team and the first team. There was a situation that I had with MK Dons as well at one point, which looked promising, but my foot was already out the door. Like when it came to football, like I'd already kind of like decided I didn't want to do that anymore. So
that's a big decision to make. Like that's a really big decision to make and a hard one. Music is for you.
Honestly, I remember like, because it was my old man who wanted me to be a footballer more than me in the end. And, you know, that's like, no disrespect to him, but I had to convince him that quitting football was going to be good for me, basically. So I did like a whole PowerPoint presentation on like what my plan was for music and stuff and how I was going to quit football. And he was just like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just do it. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that calm reaction. Bless.
Oh, that's lovely that he was so supportive, and well done for sticking to what like you want to do, because it is really difficult. And same for me with DJing. Like I had a secure job, and to leave to DJ was scary, but it's the risk you take if you really want to try something, and luckily it's paying off for us at the moment. So
absolutely yeah, it's a difficult decision. Like it is a big commitment, and you do really need to kind of chuck yourself straight into it head first. But yeah, no regrets so far, so all good.
No regrets. I love that. Who are your heroes, or who's your hero?
I've got like it depends. Like one day I'll be all about someone like Bruce Lee, and like I'll be like deep like into watching like old Bruce Lee clips and like reading books on him and stuff like that. yeah, Bruce Lee, Stan Lee, obviously Marvel Comics. I love comic books, so he's the MVP for me. Lionel Messi, he's just the man. And Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer is like, for me, like the best musical mind on the planet. So yeah, it would have to be those four really, and my parents. I whack my parents in there as well.
And your parents, no, that's good, solid. That's a good, solid heroes. Like I like to ask heroes because sometimes people have tick tick tick. When was the last time you laughed really hard?
Probably about 20 minutes ago, you know. Literally, I've been watching so much of The Office recently, like, because I've just rinsed every other thing on Netflix, and I've watched the Office before, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back to it because I just find it hilarious, and I forgot how funny it is. It's really proper belly laughter, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's killing me off at the minute.
Like that's good. It's always good to revisit old things, but sometimes when you revisit like old stuff, you don't find them funny anymore. Like things like in between and that will be funny forever, but I can't think of a good thing to say why. But I watched something recently and I was like, it's not fun, get it anymore.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I've come across that with films and TV series. Like once you've rewatched it, like after a few years, it's just like, yeah, not quite as good as I remember it. Yeah.
What is one track that got really popular that you used to just, you're just done with it? And I always say I'm never throwing shade on any production or anybody. It's just something that just wasn't a bit of you, not a bit of Zurra.
No. Not a bit of Zurra. One thing does stick out to me, and again, like, to reiterate, like, not throwing shade at all, but it's 2021. Can we make sure that something like Big Shaq never happens again, please? Because like, and that's no disrespect, because like I love the Big Shaq character, and I love like what he did with Charlie Sloth and stuff like that, but being number one for 4 weeks for like what is essentially a meme, bypassing all these people that are actively working in the music industry, I don't think it's fair personally. So that's just my thoughts on that. But again,
that's fine. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions and thoughts. I love that track, and it did get so overplayed. And I understand your opinion on that, like 100%. But yeah, I was a big fan.
That makes one of us.
Do you have any weird skills or talents?
I'm not bad with a pack of cards. Like I started learning like a few card tricks like in lockdown, like when it first started last year. And I started posting them on my Instagram like once a week. Like I would do like Magic Mondays for like 6 weeks, where I was just like learning new card tricks and like basically showing them off. So that's like my weird little thing. Like if I'm ever like in a scenario where I've got a pack of cards, like I just think it's a good like thing to have. Like it's a good icebreaker or a good conversation starter. So
have you got a pack of cards now?
Oh, don't do this to me. If
you can't find a pack of cards, you can do a video after and we'll stick it together and be like, I'm going to show you now.
Okay. Right, we'll do that. Because once I got my cards and everything like that, we'll sort that out 100%.
Cool. Shall I do an intro so Dots can edit this?
I think it would be fun to leave it running.
Okay, we'll leave it running. James is here, producer Reg is here, we're all here. Cool. Next, we'll move on to the next question. I got distracted. Oh yeah, what's your most embarrassing moment?
There's one thing that like literally gives me nightmares, and it was one of like, I thought this was going to be the thing that made me go like from here to here, like in my DJ career. I thought this is going to bump me right up. So have you heard the Fortet remix of Opus by what's his name, Eric Prydz?
Yes.
Right, so there's like a 7-minute build up in that track, right? And like, as a listening experience, it's quite interesting. But in a club, I've always had it on my USB stick, but never wanted to play it because I thought, who's going to sit around and like listen to a 7-minute build up? Anyway, I was playing the closing set of a day party, and I had literally everyone in the palm of my hand. I thought, you know what? Now's the time to whack this tune on. I thought, bang, I've committed now. I've pressed play. This is it. The build up starts, and I'm doing all these crazy effects and that, and it just feels like the longest 7 minutes of my life, and everyone's there, all got their phones out, they're all recording me, and I'm thinking, this is it, mate. I turned around to my videographer, John. I was like, you make sure you get this, mate. This is going to go viral. Bang. Anyway, I thought I'd try and be a little bit clever and load a cappella on the other deck. As it's building up and building up, I can feel it. It's literally 5 seconds away from the drop. And as it's about to drop, I press play on the wrong deck, and it's just pure silence. And like, it's just everyone's phone camera and lights just aimed in my face while there's no music going on. I was just like, someone needs to get me out of here right now. I cannot recover from
oh my
God. I was like, there is no recovering from this at all. Even if I press play now, it's just the whole effect is gone. So I thought I'd just press the acapella and like try and get everyone to like sing along to this acapella, but I'd lost people at that point. I was just like, right, taxi, I'm out of it.
Oh my God. I need to tell you something really funny about that track, right? I was recording a video mix and I had the video and I was recording the audio from a controller. Yeah. And it's really, really, really long, isn't it? And I loaded another track, like with the breakdown bit, to use the acapella to bring the next track in. And I completely messed it up. And I was videoing it and I was like, oh my God, it sounded so bad. And I was like, we're going to have to go back and edit it and do like a B-roll, like, you know, zooming in at my hands mixing. So then we cut the audio back together and then slide the video together, and it was on the same track.
That track is just causing problems for people, I swear to God.
I haven't played it since.
No, I've got no plans to play it at all, like ever. It's off my USB stick. I've never even like looked or listened to it since.
That
like
is going on my list of songs I don't want to hear anymore. Being updated.
Yeah, not a chance. That track is causing problems for a lot of people.
Oh, that's so funny.
In a weird way, I'm glad I'm not the only one that's had a problem with that, to be fair. Oh shit.
I was so premature with it. I just thought it's coming in now, and it just like awful, like Clang City, really bad. But did your videos go viral of you messing it up?
Tell you what, like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I stuck around after, and I was just like, I was actually asking people, like, because people were saying like, oh yeah, 6 set and whatever, and I was just like, yeah, you don't mean that, and and then I went up to a couple of people. I was just like, oh, you guys didn't catch a video of that, did you? And I was just like, do you mind if I just have a little look? And just started deleting it off people's I was just like, oh no, it's gone. Never mind. And then I went to the next group in the smoking area, just like, oh, okay, see ya.
Do you know what though? Do you know what? Sometimes just embrace it, because if people ever say like, you know, you could be the best DJ, but we all make mistakes, and we're live and it happens, and it's how you recover. So fair play.
Yeah. A while to like, I was literally just like there, like face palm, like, oh, I never want to touch a pair of decks again. But then I snapped out of it, and yeah, we're here now, so it's all good.
So it's all calm. It's all calm. Whilst we're all laughing, do you know any funny jokes? I feel like you do.
Oh, I do. One of the best jokes recently for me has been Tottenham Hotspurs. They're quite a joke at the minute, aren't they? Hey, we know.
What can I say? It's not a football podcast, but I agree with you. Yeah, I had my hopes smashed a bit. Apparently there's a lot of things not going on well there, so hopefully they sort it out.
Fingers crossed, because I actually like Spurs. I'm a West Ham supporter, but I do like Tottenham, which is like unheard of, because I don't even like Mourinho, but I like what he was doing there until what's happened recently. So but yeah, I hope you guys do come out of this come out in a bit of a better position, whatever's going on.
Thank you. Me too.
West Ham supporter as well, which you never get. But in terms of actual jokes, like the jokes I know are quite long and not very PG. Like, so it's probably best I don't share a joke with you. Like,
that's fine. We can move on. We'll save it for next time I see you. We'll meet up. You can tell me all the jokes.
Perfect.
What are your non-music hobbies?
I love my gaming. Like I've got into gaming more over lockdown just because I've had like less options of things to do. And I've always had the Xbox, but I've mainly used it for things like Netflix and whatever. but yeah, gaming's been like something I've really got into. Like obviously playing football, gym, just like trying to stay active now. Like that is kind of whenever I'm away from like music, like it's always just about doing something active, like physically active. So yeah, that's me. Really.
What games are you into? Like, what games do you play? Because all my friends have got into gaming, but I just can't really do it.
Oh, I love like the Guitar Hero games and that, where like you had like the drum kit, the guitar, like the mic and stuff like that. And I used to love games like that, but now I'm really into like my fighting games, like UFC, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter. Like the whole shebang. If it involves like punches and kicks, like that's me, like all day. And then from time to time, I did put an open challenge out on Instagram to anyone who wanted to have a go at me on FIFA, and no one's done it yet. No one's been able to topple this giant. So I'm going to extend the open invitation to anyone checking this out as well. So yeah, if you think you've got the goods and you want to try and take me on at FIFA, Zurra Music is the gamer tag. Let's have it.
Last question. Is there anything else we should know about Zurra?
Oh, the story's just beginning. The story is just beginning, guys. So, obviously we've got the Select show every Friday, midnight till 1. Loads of cool shows lined up in the UK and abroad later in the year with Foreverland. We could be coming to a club near you very soon. So keep an eye out for some details. And then there's some other cool stuff as well, which I can't announce right here, right now. But if you do follow me officials at official_Zurra, then you'll be able to stay up to date with all of it. So there we go.
Legend. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for locking in with us. The Spring Sampler is out now and available to download and stream across all major platforms. So add them to your playlist. We're going to play Cash for you now. Until next time, remember, life's better in HD. Boom, let's go!